Razzle dazzle! Head fake! For two! No good!
Hey guys, Boshi here, and right now winter's in full effect. We got rain, hail, snowstorms. It's the perfect time to get under some warm blankets and watch some cartoons. Now for those unfamiliar with cartoons, let me break it down. So when Cartoon Network first came on the air, they would play reruns from other cartoons. So for example, they'd play Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, and so on. For those that remember what a cartoon, this is when Cartoon Network started producing their own original cartoons. Every Sunday we'd be watching a new cartoon. Heck, even our Fruity Pebbles would remind us to tune in. This is when Cartoon Network really hit their prime, and there was born Cartoons. Now all this cold has me missing the summer. That fateful summer when Cartoon Network hosted the Cartoon Summer. It was a legendary summer where every Friday Cartoon Network was giving away awesome summer prizes, like this Johnny Bravo boogie board, a Powerpuff Girl skateboard. One of the prizes was Double D's beanie, and during the episode you could see all the people answering the phones were all wearing beanies. I mean, look at this poor guy. Come on, man, whose grandpa is that? We're going to be taking a look at the Cartoon Summer Resort Games. The resort games were legit. They featured 4 characters from The Big Pick, a contest on Cartoon Network where 10 pilots would go head to head, and the one with the most votes would get turned into a full show on Cartoon Network. They did 2 big picks, the first winner being The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and the second being Codename Kids Next Door. I'm glad they won because I really love those shows. First up is episode 1, Pool Problems. We play as Uncle Gus going around helping all our favorite friends from Cartoon Network. The game opens with the bus blocking the entrance and the mayor of Townsville telling us he lost the keys. But easy enough, we find the keys under a bush and get the bus out of the way. Our main goal of this episode is to fix the pool so we can throw a pool party. Talking to Buttercup, she tells us we need to find a wrench to turn the water back on and fill up the pool. So let's get to it. Courage tells us he's seen Eustace sleepwalking with a wrench, so let's go find him. Eustace tells us that he must have been sleepwalking because he woke up with wet feet and the wrench was gone. Okay, not 100% sure what to do here, so let's go talk to some more people. Talking to Dee Dee, she asks us to bring her to some ducks. Now I remember at the beginning of the game seeing some ducks, so let's take Dee Dee over there and see what happens. After bringing her to the ducks, she helps us find the wrench. Now we can get back to Buttercup and get this pool party started. Now that we've made it to the pool room, let's bust out the wrench. So now that all the pipes have burst, we're tasked with finding 5 items to stop the leaks. The music is so nostalgic from these games. Let's go see what Chicken's up to. He needs help finding Cal, and if we reunite them, we'll be rewarded a chocolate bar. Talk to Double D, and we can trade him the chocolate bar for some Scotch tape. There's 4 more items to go. Susie from Johnny Bravo is chilling by the main entrance. Talking to her, she gives us a piece of bubblegum. 2 items down, and 3 more to go. Talking to Mojo Jojo, he says he needs a first aid kit after jumping in the pool with no water. Let's head over to the nurse's office and try to find one. Alright, well, there's the nurse's office, and now we've got the first aid kit. Let's head back to Mojo Jojo. For our troubles, he gives us a band-aid. We find IR Baboon relaxing on the beach. He tells us if we get him some bananas, he'll give us duct tape. Og tells us the bananas are on Volcano Island, so let's go and see. We have to move the right tree to clear the path to the bananas, and now we can go get our duct tape. We got 1 more item to find. Let's go talk to Cow. She tells us if we can find her some sunscreen, she'll give us our last item. After looking around for a while, I found the sunscreen at this random hut. Bringing Cow her sunscreen, she gives us a sock. Let's go bring the 5 items to Buttercup and see what happens. We saved the day, and now it's time to throw an epic pool party. Wait, where's Gus? Are you kidding me? I did all that for them and they didn't even invite me? Episode 2, Tennis Menace. Why does this game open in the hotel from The Shining? We play as Longhair, and the goal for this episode is to help Dexter defeat his robot that's gone mad, causing destruction on the island. Dexter says he needs a suit of armor to defeat the robot, so let's go talk to people and see what to do first. Talking to Eustace, he says if we bring him some sunglasses, he'll give us the skeleton key. Now that sounds important, so let's keep talking to people. Finding the mayor, he says he's lost his wallet and needs help finding it. Sailing the 7 seas, we find the wallet on an island, and once returned, he gives us a crisp $10 bill that we can use to buy some sunglasses. Now let's go talk to Eustace. Now that we have the skeleton key, we can travel to Crab Island. We gotta avoid the crabs and make it to the armor. Pro tip, if you stand still, they can't hurt you. Let's go bring the armor to Dexter and defeat the robot. Now that we can get in close, we need 5 items to plug the holes and stop the robot's firepower. Talking to Courage, he wants a fake mustache to hide from Mojo Jojo. We find the mustache at Johnny Bravo's cabin. Returning to Courage, we get our first item, the wig. The second item, a turnip, we find in a hidden path next to the nurse's office. 3 more to go. Talking to Chicken, he asks if we can return Cal her stuffed animal and get his lunch. When we find Cal, she gives us some cheese for her stuffed animal. Let's go take Chicken his cheese, and now we got our next item, the log. We find Dee Dee hanging out in the flower garden. She says she wants a pet rock, and luckily we find one in the parking lot. She gives us a flower for our troubles. We can give the flower to Susie, and she'll give us a tambourine. Trade the tambourine to IR Baboon for the next item, a pineapple. Now for the last item. We find Mojo Jojo chilling by the volcano. He tells us he wants a scary mask to spook Courage. On the way back, we find a starfish. We can trade the starfish for a brat card. We can trade Og, the brat card, for a space ghost card. We can then trade that card for a yo-yo, and one of the inhabitants of the island offers you a scary mask for your yo-yo. We can now bring Mojo Jojo in a scary mask to scare Courage, and he gives us a catch-up packet. Lastly, we can bring that to Double D, and he gives us our last item, the cheeseburger. Now to face off with Dexter's robot and see if we found all the right items. Once defeated, the island is safe. Episode 3, Vivian versus the volcano. With the volcano getting ready to erupt, it's up to Vivian to save the animals and then save Courage, who's trapped under the volcano. Going to the volcano, we can see there's 5 animals to save, so let's do it. We gotta match the animal with the right person. Talking to Mojo Jojo, he says he wants a creepy crawler, so let's bring him the beetle. In exchange, we get our first item, the water stone. Talking to Eustace, he says he wants a pet that's a good climber, so let's go get him the monkey. But first, let's grab a banana split from the ice cream shop to get him out of the tree. Bring Eustace the monkey and we get our next item, the stone. Double D says he wants a scaly pet with bug eyes. Let's go get him the iguana. Once rescued, we get our next item, the sunstone. Susie says she wants a pet with a funny nose. Let's go get her the koala. Saving the koala, we get the tree stone, and we also get a tuna sandwich. Taking the tuna sandwich to Dexter, he trades us a toy robot dinosaur. It's the perfect gift for IR Baboon, who gives us a paper bag. And we can use it to put over the ostrich's head to keep him calm and bring him over to Chicken, where we get our last item, the windstone. Once we have all the stones, we can make our way into the volcano. We have to follow the maze and rescue Courage, who we saved just in the nick of time. Episode 4, Disco Dilemma. With the disco ball missing, it's up to Prickles to find the disco ball, get dates for everyone, and throw the grooviest disco party. We find a 70s wig under the fountain. We can give it to Courage and he says he'll join us for disco night. 4 more people to go. Talking to the mayor, he says he's lost his lunchbox. Finding it for him, he gives us a disco suit. Gives the suit to IR Baboon and he's down for disco. Going to Dexter's cabin, we find a ray gun. We can trade it with Mojo Jojo for a blankie. Give the blankie to Cal and she'll pump us a nice glass of warm milk. Eustace takes the milk for a 70s necklace that we can give to Double D, and he's game for disco night. I found this shovel, and bringing it to the island, Og says he knows where some buried treasure is. That's where we find the GB's record, the disco ball, and some bell bottoms. Talking to Chicken, he says he wants some bell bottoms to go party, and that's perfect because we just found them. Heading over to the hotel, we find the red guy, who trades us some platform shoes for the GB's record. Then we can bring them to Dexter, who will now join us. So now that we've got the disco ball and everything, let's head to the disco. Once we're on the dance floor, we gotta match up the perfect couples for boogie night. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, take care.